Hey everybody, welcome back to another riveting, wild and crazy episode. Today I've got a beautiful dish for you. Tagliatelle pasta in a beautiful Greek style meat sauce. Gonna knock your socks off. Very simple to make. It's all pretty much gonna get done between boiling the pasta and one saucepan for our meat sauce. Super easy, a lot of fun, and you know what? You'll probably be done in less than half an hour. So let's get right to it. First things first, I'm gonna preheat or get my pan going for my meat and my ground beef and get that browning off. And for this, I'm typically gonna use about quarter cup or so of my Greek extra virgin olive oil in the convenient nightstand size. So get that heating up. And for this, I am using 1 pound of lean ground beef. You can use pork, you can use chicken, you can use turkey, whatever you like. Because the flavor is an intense Greek style rich tomato sauce with that beautiful cinnamon, it's gonna knock your socks off. So I'm gonna slowly start adding in my ground beef to my pan, get it all nice and browning off. All right, our meat is down. Our beef is starting to slowly kind of brown off and cook down. I'm just gonna leave that now for a bit, just let it do its thing. The next thing is 1 onion that's gonna go in this. So I'm just gonna take an onion, and you can go as fine or as coarse chopped as you like. It's really not that big of a deal. For this, I'm just gonna do a coarse chop. I don't mind if you can see bits of onion in my sauce. No problem at all. All right, so now that my ground beef is well on its way to getting brown, time to add in my onion. Now, for those of you that have actually had this Greek style kind of meat sauce, you know that it's only a few ingredients, but a real big flavor punch. And that's the name of the game. Keep it simple. All right, so that's in. Time to start seasoning up. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt that's gonna go into this, a little bit of sea salt. And here in Greece, you can find sea salt pretty much easier than any other kind of salt for obvious reasons. I'm gonna take a little bit of pepper. The flavor kicker, my friends, this is it. Maybe half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Gonna throw it right over the top. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Next thing is a couple of cloves of garlic. Just, you can mince them, you can chop them, you can slice them, whatever kind of floats your boat is totally fine. And at the end of the day, these will cook down and they'll sweeten up as well. So as they cook, you're not going to be getting that kind of raw, garlicky kind of flavor, which is pretty important. So you can do 1 clove, you can do 2, I do 2, you can do 3 or 4, depending on who you're cooking for. That's totally cool. So give that a little stir or a shake. Let that go for maybe a couple, 3-4 minutes. And the next step will be adding our pasta to the water. All right, so let's start working with our pasta. Now that our onions, our garlic, and our seasoning is in, our cinnamon is kind of worked into our sauce, let that go. Time to get our tagliatelles in. And this is pretty much my favorite pasta, like ever. So I'm just gonna throw those in. As our sauce is working, the next thing is 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes are just gonna go into our ground meat mixture here. And this is already really starting to smell and look like something. It's fantastic. So let me give our pasta a little friendly persuasion in there to start breaking up. This will start doing its thing in here as well. Now, at this point here, I will tell you, I like to add a little bit of water. So I'm just gonna reduce the heat, bring it right down, add a little bit of water just to kind of loosen things up. And over the next few minutes while our pasta cooks, we'll also be incorporating everything. This meal, my friends, is really what comfort food is all about. It is absolutely fantastic. Just a few minutes, literally, like you're done in under half an hour, and you've got a hearty, stick to your ribs, flavorful meal that, you know what? Let's face it, 12 million Greeks can't be wrong. All right, so everything is pretty much ready to go. Time to make things happen. Our tagliatelles are just slightly under al dente, which is what I want because I want them to finish cooking in my meat sauce. And this will go against all of Greek pasta rules. We Greeks like to boil the shit out of our pasta. I mean, if it is in the remotely least bit chewy, to us, it's underdone. But in this case, I'm gonna break the rules. So let me just turn this off. Let me just move this over here for safety's sake, because I'm the one that usually ends up getting burned. And slowly start adding our pasta in here. Now what's gonna happen is this pasta will continue to cook and it will also absorb a lot of the liquid that's in here. So if your sauce seems, oh, it's a little runny, don't worry about it. It's totally fine, totally normal. I love this. This is my absolute favorite pasta. I love this even more than the thicker kind of bucatini style noodles that we use for pastizzo. This is like fantastic. And just mix it all up, nice and easy. It's not complicated, not rocket science. Just be careful, you don't have to splatter the crap out of everything around you like I've done in the past, so I speak from experience. And just incorporate and mix that over, perfect, just like that. And already it's starting to absorb my liquid from the sauce. Now, this here, I've used 500 grams of pasta, which will easily feed 4 to 6 people, or a couple, 3 hungry Greeks. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do now. Leave that there. I'm just gonna grab myself a little plate, and I'm just gonna try some. Like, you can't see this, I'm not sure if you can see this, but the sauce is actually starting to stick to the pasta now. So that's exactly what I want. I'm just gonna put myself a little bit here, just to try. No fancy schmancy plating here, nothing like that. And by the way, you can really doll this up with either some mezitra or some kefalotiri, if you have access to it, or if you can find it. Most kind of food stores or cheesemongers will have those kind of cheeses. If not, my friends, feel free to use Parmesan. It is totally fine. Let's face it, 60 million Italians can't be wrong. If they say Parmesan goes with pasta, it goes with pasta. So let's try this puppy out here. Let's see this. Holy shit, I hear bouzouki's playing in the background. I hear like choirs of angels singing. This, when you've had a shitty day, make this. You're gonna absolutely love this. So my friends, that's it for this episode on how to make a Greek style meat sauce with tagliatelle, one of my favorite pastas in the world, and I'm sure it'll be yours. If you don't want to use this pasta, feel free to use whatever pasta you like. It's totally cool. Long pasta, short pasta, the screws, whatever, rotini, whatever you want to use is totally cool. But I urge you, try this, make this. It's a snap to make, it's a lot of fun, and you can feed a crowd in like literally no time. So that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, it makes me feel good. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Love having our community grow and spreading the word and sharing the gift of Greek gourmet, which is not really gourmet, it's not. It's just down home cooking. So until next time, again, I thank you for watching. I'm Ken. Bye for now.